Alright guys, I'm still here, and if you haven't, you should have. Give a like, give a subscribe. We're here in Cheffins. It's the 19th of July, and the temperature is roasting. I have the famous Cool Camps bag on my back, and the sweat is running down between my shoulder blades, and it is absolutely chronic, the heat. It must be up in at least 30 degrees. But look, we're going to keep at it. We're going to see what's here. We're going to see the rest of the gear. Like, we've been through about 4 lines of tractors. There's 1 or 2 more I want to look at, but we might go back and pick out a few and look at them individually. But look, that's it. We're going to keep going. There's a couple of things on, as you know, about at this stage. Micheal, the 4th of August, if it's not gone. Castle Gregory, the 3rd of August. Farm machinery show and all that. Micheal is blown near, where is it near, lads? It's near Clonakilty in West Cork. Well worth a call. I was there a few times. It wasn't there in the last couple of years, probably before COVID, but we're going to go there on the 4th of August. And there's a friend of mine, he was on to me, he's looking for a couple of combines. The New Holland combines, the 8060s, the 8070s and the 8080s. Now, I put his details in the comment link below, so if you have one, or you know where there's one, or you know of a fella trying to sell one, they're looking for him, and he'll get in contact with you, or you get in contact with him, and we'll go from there. Like I said, his stuff is below in the description, and that's what a collection of machinery that's here. It's unbelievable. Like, there's dumpers over, there's everything. There's a Komatsu digger. They still didn't take the zetors off the lorry above. I'm hoping they're going to. There's everything, right? We're going to turn the camera, because this is going to be another 40-minute video to see what's here. We didn't even look at the stationary engines. Mr. Whippy is over selling ice cream, so we might go over to Mr. Whippy soon and get it. But the first tractor we're going to look at is this Fordson Major behind me. It's an E27N with a half track. Now, I know absolutely nothing about it, only I can tell you that it's an E27N. I think she's an original, very original looking tractor. Fordson Major, I don't think they ever did a half track, so I presume it was a bit like the County and a bit like all that. It was a company after that did it. Of course, these tractors too, this is a 6-cylinder Perkins, I should have mentioned that. The idea with these tractors was that Fordson made these tractors. Fordson came up with these tractors, and they had them going. And Mr. Perkins, whoever Mr. Perkins was, had a big farm, and he actually bought, I think the story has, he bought 3 or he bought 4 of them to plough his farm. The ground had never been ploughed up until this point, and he found they were a bit weak, so he came up with a 6-cylinder engine for them, and he put it into them. And of course, Ford and Son got the wind of the idea, and they started buying engines off of Fordson, and yeah, they kind of went from there. That's a small bit of history on it. Okay guys, don't know, looks like a Lens. I presume, looking at it, it's probably a German import. I know I spoke to some of you before about this, about the cradles up here. I was asked what are they for. The idea of them was, during the war in Germany or wherever, there was a war going on every place. One idea was that the man of the house would be out on the farm, or he'd be out working, or he'd be out gone to war, or wherever he'd be, and the idea was the woman of the house could bring out the baby, and if you had a second child, the baby in the cradle in the cot could go up on one side, and maybe your 4 or 5 year old went up on the other side, and away you went from there. Another Lens, Landini, my god, I never, L25 hot bulb engine again, never saw anything like this before. Again, what a tractor, because Landini are a lovely tractor. I know I said before I thought they were a bit soft. Some of them were. The new Landinis are just a beautiful tractor. And of course, Brogan's there in Newcastle West. I made a video of them there going back a couple of weeks ago. Brogan's Newcastle West. Brogan's might buy this, who knows? We look great in their showroom. Brogan's are main Landini for my neck of the woods anyway. What's this yoke? Is she a Minneapolis Marlene? American built tractor, I think. Can't see any name in it, so I'm going to presume it's a Minneapolis Marlene. She is a petrol yoke. Is she petrol? I don't know if she's petrol or not. Oh, she is. That's a carburetor. Is there any made in the USA? So I'm going to go with my gut feeling and say she's a Minneapolis Molly. There's actually an awful lot of American tractors here. Again, another case, 4-cylinder. I would imagine an American import, handle, crank start. Massey Ferguson 65, as I said in the other video. Definitely on my wish list. They're holding their value at the moment. Ford 7000, another Ford 5000. I would say in the first video, lads, we have possibly 5, maybe 6 Ford 5000. This one got a coat of paint, alright, at some stage. The 7000, I would say, is very original. This is a 4000. And is this a 2000? Or no, it's a 3000. And a Dexter. And that's where I go up again, another Ford 5000. Again, become massive. Like some of these tractors are making massive money. I see one of them lately. It was completely original and it made upwards of about 20 grand. And I think it was here. It was here at this auction it made it. Well, not this auction, but going back earlier on the year. 7610. Yeah, nice tractor. I prefer the 7810. Ford 1000. I'd love to know what's it based on. I don't think Ford ever made a 1000. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. 2-cylinder engine. I'm going to imagine. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say she is a Kubota. I could be very much wrong. I don't know. You know, there's a Ford tractor badge on it. She might be a Ford. She possibly is a Ford. What's going in above there, lads? Another B250 going in. We have another County Super 6. These are lovely tractor, lads. These are fabulous looking tractor. Again, another Dites. I think it's the second Dites we have. Again, I don't think they were ever sold in Ireland at this configuration. Those kind of reverse drive or whatever you want to call them. I know a fellow with one of them in County Kerry. His one is a way cleaner than this, but like, they're lovely looking tractors. Well, they were made for spraying, made for whatever. And of course this yoke, I was looking at this last night. Now the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this tractor, I'm going to turn the camera a second. What came to my mind? Does anyone know? You probably don't. Or does the same thing come to your mind when you see this? Tom Cruise. Anyone? Tom Cruise, right? We're going to come back to this tractor, okay? Tell me why. No, not this particular one. It was a bigger one. I think she was a 10 something. But leave in the comments quick before you get to the end of the video. And why does Tom Cruise association with this tractor? We'll come back to it, okay? Again, versatile. My God, what a tractor. Jesus, lads, in all fairness. Oh, would go fund me? I don't think to come down my road is the only problem. I really don't think to come down my road. Versatile. Versatile, of course. Fiat 4428. Versatile tractors built again in the USA. They sold X amount of these tractors under license to Fiat. And I think actually Fiat bought out Versatile in the finish. They did, I think, yeah. I'm not actually too sure. I was actually looking it up last night, but what I was looking up was Styer, but it's not Styer, it's Versatile. So what a tractor, what an absolute animal of a tractor. And you know, I looked them up there, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but they don't make massive money. Like I was looking there recently, one in similar shape to this sold, and all it sold for was 10,000. Like the amount of work this left in this tractor, the amount of work this tractor will do for you. Like look at that, like that's, I'd love to get a cut net around the yard. Right guys, slight detour there. The Versatile, a John Deere. She looks like a 21, I presume an American kind of an import. She's a very funny looking cab, or maybe a German import. I don't know, what's the writing on it? turbocharged engine. No, it's an English sticker, so she possibly, I don't know. Product of Power Farming. Did anyone know who that is? M&W Power Production of whatever. Okay guys, 1056 International, 8100, 2250, slopey nose, New Holland, Ford 2000 is it? 7240, again making massive, 7810 with front linkage, 265, 1060 Nuffield, very nice Nuffield, that's a nice looking Nuffield lads, BMC diesel, 2650 John Deere, and a Ford 5000. Never seen one before. I knew they were doing them this way, or they did do them this way. They looked like the super major, but she has the 5000 badge. So yeah, it's there. It's all there for you lads. So we're gonna go across. There's supposed to be steam rollers and everything here, and there is sodden. What's this yoke? She's steam. She is a steam. But I know nothing about it. She's WISAAC and Sons Limited, Dorton, BRIU Broughton, Leeds Cross, Wotton, WOOTON. Nice. Do you want to call it a worker's wagon? Again, Lands, or not Lands, a Field Marshall. Field Marshall, if you ever want to see how a Field Marshall starts, look it up on YouTube. The starting of a Field Marshall. Yeah, something different. Wonder, is this the line of Massey Fergusons I was on about in the first video? There's a line of Massey Fergusons, and they're very, very low hourred Massey Fergusons. I'm presuming this is them. I'm just presuming this is them. Ford 5000. Again, roadless 115. Strange looking cab, I presume she's an import again. Cropmaster 75. Once ever I saw one of them, I knew a fella that had one, and he didn't know what he had. Unfortunately, I knew what he had, he didn't know what he had, and he advertised it and he sold it, and it was sold. That's it. Now I couldn't afford to buy it anyway. I was on, that's fucking 10-12 years ago, and a particular individual came and he bought the tractor for maybe the same price as a 3,000 or 4,000 would have made that time, 3,000 or 4,000 euros, and he carried it. That was it. In the story, tractor was sold. 165 high crop, and of course the iconic Massey Ferguson 1200. I had a 1200. I bought off a fella in Artfert, and I actually met his nephew the other day, so hopefully you're watching this. Brendan, how are you? I hope you got the stickers. The stickers were left there for you. If they're not, let me know. And I bought this off of a fella, and just, oh my god, it was a beautiful tractor. They're just, now that when I bought it 12 or 14 years ago, they weren't making big money, but these are making serious money now. And of course Farmer Phil has one, and they painted it yellow. I know where that came out of, and but yeah, they're making serious money now. It was the first kind of articulated tractor of this type that was built, mass produced, and I suppose built by a proper company in the UK. Yeah, they're just there. They're just whatever. No, they weren't great. No point saying they weren't. The MB Track 1000. Again, gone serious in value. 7.7 Ford. I never saw one like them. Is she a Plowmaster as well? Oh, she's a County 7.7. She is 7,000. I don't know. Someone tell me. She is a County. She's 4-wheel drive. Something's dodgy with the front axle. Is there not? I don't know. 165, 185, She got the aluminium headlamps. Yeah, she's aluminium headlamps. I would imagine an import. I don't think they were ever sold in Ireland or the UK. But again, nice looking tractor. Another Field Marshall diesel. Field Marshall petrol. Like I said to you lads, if you ever want to see one of these start and look them up on YouTube, they're a funny looking tractor. How they start, you'd be a brave man to start it. What's this yoke lads? Is she the Yeoman Yeoman of England? Never heard of one. I presume she 4-cylinder. She a V. That's even hot. Oh my god. J Man and Sons Saxham. Saxham. Anyone know that place? She's a very unusual TUR Turner diesel. A 4-cylinder V4-cylinder engine. That's a very unusual tractor. Very, very unusual tractor. And of course we have the Fordson Major, the E27N on tracks. And we have another Fordson. Like I said, every one of these I see, I have to give a look at them to see where they were built. And it'll say here whether it was built in Ireland or England or wherever. But this is a UK built one. A lot of the Irish built ones, how you'll know them straight away, is they have a timber steering wheel if it's not rotted off it. And again, that's something Kendall, Kindle, with little plough on it. What a tractor, lad. That's a neat looking yoke for a show. The Lands Bulldog, one for John Connor. Again, tractors. These, like I said before, these tractors, when Lands were building these tractors in Germany, they didn't build a tractor. They built, it was a part of the family. It wasn't a tractor, it was supposed to be part of the family. And of course, for those of you who don't know, that's how you started, with the steering wheel. What's this one? Oh yeah, this is IAME PIM Pampa. I have no idea. They look a bit like the Field Marshall, but apparently they're not a Field Marshall. I got given out in one of the videos I did there, a Breens, a Cashel, because I didn't know what it was. That I should have done my research, but if you can research every tractor here, fair play to you. Now lads, we have a couple of cars and lorries and everything, and we're going to go back to my Tom Cruise tractor after that. Look at this lads, a Guy truck. Heard of them? Haven't seen one. Foden. Anyone there wants to give me a Foden badge? I'd love a Foden badge. That's another Foden. I know nothing about trucks. So what's this? Is an ERF. Like, trucks are becoming very collectible. This is the Foden badge that I want. Anyone lads, come on. Anyone there willing to donate to a good cause, the Foden badge, and don't steal it. I know the Foden. Is it? It is, yeah. Foden diesel. What's this yoke lads? A Bedford fire truck. A Seddon Atkinson, is it? Atkinson. So they hadn't joined up with Seddon yet. I don't know. Man. Another ERF. Another ERF. Volvo. What's this yoke? This is an 8 looking yoke lads. Bedford. And one for the boys in Brunaville. A little Thomas the Tank engine, steam engine. Unimogs. Another Foden. That's when you think about it too lads, the amount of stuff that was made in Britain going back in the 60s and the 70s and the 50s, 60s and 70s. Like all this was British built. Now okay, these weren't, but like the DAF here was British built. Is she a DAF or a Leyland? She's a Leyland, I bet you. Yes, she's a Leyland. These were all British built. And nowadays I don't think Britain are building anything. Look, that's the stuff. We're going to give a quick walk up along, and I'm going to give a look at that International. Can anyone tell me what does Tom Cruise got to do with the International? like I said, it's not that international. It's even not that particular model international, but it's the same as it. If any of you watched the film Days of Thunder, and about halfway through the film, after Tom Cruise's crash, for those of you that haven't seen it, it's a brilliant film. I've loved it. I've watched it 20 times. And this tractor, when Tom Cruise goes out, I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise now, so don't be thinking about it that way. Tom Cruise goes out to convince your man, I can't think of his name, to come back and build another NASCAR for him. He's driving an International with a sprayer on it, and it's a very, very, very similar International to this. So when I saw this last night, I was going through the catalogue that was here, and that's the first thing that popped into my head. So yeah, did any of you have the same ideas? Days of Thunder is a brilliant film, lads. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. Alright guys, that's kind of it. There's a heap of more stuff. There is unbelievable amount of stuff. I'm going to pick out one or two yokes, and I'm going to do, maybe give a slightly better look at them. But it's all here for you. It's unbelievable. It's just, I was here about 12 or 14 years ago, but it wasn't here. This is a new showgrounds. But yeah, alright guys, if you haven't already, give a like, give a subscribe, and keep an eye out for those New Holland combines. If you have a New Holland combine, please leave it in the description below, and yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, the zetors. Hang on, go look at the zetors.